Yes, people, welcome back to the One True Red podcast. And this week we are going to do end of season awards. We had the Champions League final yesterday, last game of the season. So we're going to mark the occasion by going through end of season awards. So we're going to pick our categories. We're going to vote on the choice for each of the categories, and then you guys can tell us whether or not you agree. But before we get onto that, we're going to start with the Liverpool victory parade that took place on Monday. It actually feels like ages ago, and it was less than a week ago. I was there. I was fortunate enough to be there. Absolutely amazing experience. Yeah, something that I don't know, guys. Arsenal fans, have you been to a league title parade before?
All I'm saying is the footage you shared and the footage that other Liverpool fans shared, I wasn't feeling the vibe still. So yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Of course you wasn't. Of course you wasn't.
Not my thing to me.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience. It was great to be involved, great to be there. But obviously it was tarnished a little bit by what happened at the end. So we're just going to quickly touch on that before we talk more widely about the parade. Obviously there was an incident on Water, I think it's Water Street in Liverpool, where somebody drove their car into a number of people. And I think it's fair to say from the One True Red podcast, our hearts go out to those who were affected by it, those who are still in hospital, and hopefully on the road to recovery. I have to say I'm a little bit not interested, but confused about the narrative that's coming from the press in terms of the perpetrator of this crime, and also the charges as well. Obviously, we're not going to go too much into that because it's a live thing. It's not for us to talk about. And we have to be very careful about what we say about it. But the press that I've seen in terms of lovely family man, lives in a cul-de-sac, he's a director of a company, all of this somehow is relevant to what he's done. And I have no idea why. But anyway, we don't want to dwell on that too much. Mikey and CT as Arsenal fans, you watch the parade. Mikey, you've already said you weren't very impressed by it. CT, did you go to the Champions League parade on Monday, the Arsenal women's one, like you said you were going to?
Why are you trying to help me up on this thing?
Bro, you said you were going.
You know what? Something came up, so I couldn't attend it. But don't do that. It's but yeah, from what I saw in the pictures, it was a good turnout for you guys. So you've actually won a proper league. So I'm guessing it would have been a better turnout than last time. So
how can it be a turnout when there's COVID? I don't understand.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm saying. It's a proper league title now, isn't it? So you guys can be very proud of that.
Don't worry, we're still on 19. Thanks to you. Don't worry.
I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy for you guys.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you. Uche, obviously you weren't able to attend this one, unfortunately, but you saw it from afar. You saw the videos in a group chat.
Listen, as far as I was concerned, as far as the history was concerned, I was there. Prove that I wasn't, mate. We got the videos, we got the pictures to prove it. So all I gotta do is do some Photoshop magic. I was there, mate. So I don't know what you're on about. But yeah, it's great for you guys to, be there on my booking. May I add, by the way?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Uche. I should have started by saying thank you very much. You weren't there, but thank you for booking it for us. We enjoyed it very much.
You're welcome. You enjoyed my hospitality. But yeah, it's great to see everyone. Obviously, my family, brother, and the rest of you guys all together. That's what it's all about, supporting this team for many years. To see the guys, it's all about the brothers coming together. It's quite a lot of people. I think there would have been more. Obviously, my family would have been there if we could have made it. So yeah, it was just so great to see all the pictures and videos exactly as expected. The turnout is always crazy. Heard all the stories from different people. Fantastic atmosphere. It's just that's what this is what it's about. Celebrating winning a league title together with the rest of the Liverpool family. So fantastic occasion from what you captured, Real. So that was good. Good to see. Great to see.
It was great to see. And Aki, anticlimactic Aki. Did you know there was a parade on Monday? I don't know. I'm just wondering.
Why wouldn't I? No.
I don't know. I'm just checking. I'm just asking.
Always comes with a low blow. Always comes. Of course, I knew that parade was going on.
And your thoughts?
Yeah. I think it's the most attended parade in Europe, actually. But yeah, you can clearly see some players. For some players, are taking it a bit more seriously than others. Maybe because they're leaving. Who knows? But yeah, it's a shame I couldn't be there.
Thanks, Aki.
Let's move on, lad.
As expected. Anyway, let's move on to the main topic of today's show, and that's the end of season award. So we've got a few categories, and we're going to go through each of our choices for that. Oh, we've got a message in from Kibsy71. Big up the panel. Thank you very much, Kibsy. A reminder to those of you watching, if you're not subscribed already, please do subscribe, and also do like this video if you're enjoying what we are doing, because it helps the channel grow. So thanks very much for that, Kibsy. Yes, so main topic is end of season awards. So first category, what have we got for the first category? We have the best player of the season. Now, question panel, before we start, are we talking just Premier League, or are we just talking across Europe? What are we saying?
Premier League.
Just Premier League. Okay. All right. Well, as I've got the mic and I've got privilege as the host, I'm going to start with the obvious. King Mo Salah. Obviously, I can't see anyone else disagreeing that. Craig, I know you're going to try and pick every category is going to be Arsenal player. It can't all be Lewis Skelly. Surely you're not going to disagree with Salah as best player of the season.
No, I can't disagree. No matter how much I want to, but I can't disagree with that. He's been best player by miles. He's broken records as well. So he won you guys the title as well. So he's been absolutely superb. So I don't think anyone on this panel will vote against that. I'm looking at Mikey, but I don't know. But it's been a sensational season for him. So yeah, definitely Mo Salah. I have to agree with that.
Okay, before we waste too much time on this, does anyone disagree, Mikey?
Well, I feel like this is a personal attack. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. Salah, even though he took 2 months off, he was still clear of every player in the league. So yeah, Mo Salah.
Okay. I don't need to go through the Aki and Uche's view. So we're going to stick with Mo Salah, best player. I think that one's quite simple. Best young player might be a bit different. I know where CT's going, but I'm not going to go to him first. I'm going to go to Mikey. Who's your best young player of the season for you?
Lewis Skelly.
I thought you were the voice of reason, Mikey, but no.
This is the voice of reason. Now I'll give you the rationale behind it as well.
Okay, good.
Because Lewis Skelly is a truly young player. Like, forget the definitions of what they use in terms of 23 or under or 22 at the start of the season.
He's trying it.
You can't even play under 21 football, and you're telling me that he's a young player. Like, unless he's what have they? Is it still the 1 or 2 players that they can pick that are a little bit of above age? I'm just not having it. So of the actual young players, it has to be Lewis Skelly. I rest my case.
You're so funny, honestly. Do you know what? I actually see you saying exactly what you're gonna say. The way you said it as well. It's like because you know what
that's why.
Yeah.
You know it's true. That's why.
Yeah. Do you disagree with that rationale?
I don't disagree with it, but I'm not going to change it. So I'm not going to change it mid-flow because that's the rules. I totally agree with him. If it was me,
what rules? We haven't got rules, by the way. Just saying.
Well, we're going. Obviously, we're going with
parameters.
We're going with the best young player with what has been normally awarded. That's what we're going with, isn't it?
Okay, if that fits for you.
It does. That's my plan. I'll let the host keep going with who he wants to do next.
So, Aki, who's your choice for best young player of the season?
What what's the age limit?
20.
23 and under.
Yeah,
how old is Lewis Skelly, Craig?
Don't worry. I said he asked the question. Why are you asking another question? He asked the question, and I said the limit should be 20.
Because Gravenberch won this year's Young Player of the Year. What did he?
How old is he?
Yeah, I'll go with him.
How old is Gravenberch?
He's about 22, about to be 23.
I think he started the season 23, but he's 24 now.
That's
What, he's 24 now. Wait, Aki's saying it.
No, I think he's
No,
23.
no.
Nah, mate, you better check it.
23.
That's crazy.
I think he started the season. He was 23.
I'll check. Whilst you're talking, I'll check.
Maybe 22 and then 23. I hope so. If he's 24, it's outrageous that he's...
No, he's just turned 23.
Right. So he
He's
started
just
the season 22,
Yeah.
turned 23.
Yeah.
I still think that's too old for a young player, but... On to the next.
Uche, so you've gone with Skelly, have you?
No, I'm not going with Skelly. Absolutely not. I'm going with Ryan Gravenberch because, like you said, just the way he was able to take the instructions and being coached and take his number 6 role and taking them to league champions, I think has been an extremely significant role that he played. So for me, he's the best young player in the current rules, without question. That's why he even got the vote, and he got my vote.
With an asterisk in the current rules.
Yeah. Yes, with an asterisk in the current rules.
This is like the COVID league all over again.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't him, it'd be Morgan Rogers. It wouldn't be.
Who would it be?
Morgan Rogers.
Yeah, that would be a fair shout.
That's a good shout.
How old is he?
He's 22 as well, isn't he? 20, I'm sure he's 22.
Yes, kids.
71. Yep. Grav, not biased, honest. CT, just for confirmation, who you going with?
Look, it's got to be Mars Lewis Skelly. It has to be. Like, come on, he's coming. What? I say halfway through the season to replace whatever left back we had injured. We've got loads, so he's come in. He's set his targets down as to be our number 1 left back, and he is for me our number 1 left back. He's got into the England squad. He got a debut goal in his England debut. The guy's, come on, man.
That's ridiculous as well.
Ridiculous.
He's not been dribbled past.
20 years old, homegrown player as well.
Fouling people, Mikey.
Come on, man.
Because he's fouling people.
He's not been dribbled past. He wins most of his duels.
By fouling people.
Such a high percentage. Well,
look at the games he's played in as well.
Just dominant.
Look at the games he's played in. Man City, North London Derby. Come on. He's
turned up.
No, I would have given third. Well, everything you said is spot on, but he's still third in my opinion.
But I think I would go for as a close.
Who's second?
Yeah, I would have had him third. I think Dean Huijsen would have been second.
I was just literally going to say second would be my vote for Huijsen. That's about it.
Yeah,
Gravenberch
another actual youngster. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would have been third. If you now took out my first, then Huijsen has to get it.
Huijsen's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've got the deciding vote.
Yeah, who are you gonna go for? It's gonna be the biggest shock ever.
like Kibbsy 71, I'm not biased. CT. I think if he had played the full season, it would have been Miles Lewis Skelly 100%, because the levels that he's played at since coming into the team, given his age, has been just ridiculous. Nothing has seemed to have phased him so far, except for the referees' cards. But I can't give it to someone who's only played half the season. So I'm going to give it to, drum roll please, Ryan Gravenberch. Let's go. Ryan Gravenberch, young player of the season. So yeah, that's our choice. Why don't you read?
Conforming.
Not conforming. It's just, I can't give it to someone who's played half a season. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, actually. I'm not sorry at all. Okay, what's the next category?
It's up there.
Best newcomer. Okay. Obviously, people can go with anyone, really, across all teams. I'm going to start, and I'm going to be a little bit cheeky on this one. My best newcomer is Amarin. Because the job that he's done at Man United has just brought me, other than Liverpool in the league, has brought the most joy this season. So I don't know if that counts, but that's my best newcomer of the season. Let's go on to CT. Who's your best newcomer?
I would agree with you on there for Bants, to be fair, because Amarim has been very special in this league. He's broken records as well, I think, for a United sort of manager of the Premier League anyway. So Best newcomer.
Do you want to think? And we'll go to someone else.
Yeah, go to yeah.
Okay.
Let me come back.
Yeah, he needs help. He needs help.
Mikey, who are you saying?
I could say Lewis Skelly, but I'll give it to Højsen. Introduced one season in from Juve, off to Madrid for £50 million. Had a great season. There's not many 19-year-old centre backs that come into the Premier League and can function as well as he has. So yeah, I'll give it to Højsen.
Yeah,
and also there weren't too many good signings, I don't think, over the last year in terms of newcomers into the league.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't necessarily need to be a signing, but I see what you're saying.
What else is it going to be?
Just be somebody who comes through like Lewis Skelly, though.
Yeah,
Not
could
really.
be.
Yeah. Okay, Craig, have you thought of your one yet?
Yeah, because you said managers. You know what? I'm gonna flip the script and probably try and get the Liverpool contingent on my side as well. I'm gonna go for Slotty. Arne Slot.
No. Have you not seen the categories? We've got a category for best coach.
Well, he ain't gonna be my best coach. You know what I mean? I've got to give him some sort of category. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go for Slot.
You guys are wild.
Excellent day.
Not enamoring in best newcomer. All right.
Excellent. Sort of introduction to the Premier League. He's been brilliant. He's won a major trophy as well. The fans seem to love him. I'm guessing you Liverpool fans love him, yeah? So,
yeah.
No, we can't stand him. We can't stand him, CT.
Uche, what's your choice?
Now, I'm definitely going to go with Højsen. It was a quite easy one. Mikey has already alluded to the point. To be that young, come into the league, and then before you know it, you're out of the league and going to Real Madrid, release Kroos, absolutely superb, plays with grace, great player. Yeah, everything about him just speaks class. So for him to already be in with it, just amazing. So I think he's had a great season, and that's, to me, is a newcomer. I'm going to give it to him.
Good shout. Just before we go into you, Aki, American Scouser, what's up, gentlemen? What's up, American Scouser? Welcome to One True Red podcast. Aki, what are you saying?
Yeah, I think you have to go with Arne Slot, really. You know, I think at the beginning of the season, no one had him down to win the league, other than me, I think, actually.
I think you're going to be nuts.
Huh?
I think you're going to beat Dulali, mate.
You definitely didn't have us down to win the league.
Yeah,
so
okay.
you can fight, you can
again.
fight down. You had a come down third. Anyway, it's my go. Arne Slot, for sure.
Arne Slot, okay. So we've got split then. So we've got two Højsen, one Slot. No, two slots.
Yeah.
And one the only choice should be Amarin, really. But
the only choice.
What are we going to go? We're going to go because considering we've got best coach category coming up, should we just go with Højsen as our choice for best newcomers?
It should be Højsen regardless.
Yeah, I think that makes sense because we're going to get a coach. Yeah.
All right, then. So best newcomer, we've decided on Højsen. Just to recap for those who are just joining us, we're going through the awards of the season so far, and we've gone with our best players being chosen as Mohamed Salah. Best young player was a toss-up between Lewis Skelly and Ryan Gravenberch, and Ryan Gravenberch got it. And then now as best newcomer, we've gone with Dean Højsen. So the next category, what have we got coming up next, Uche?
So the next one we got is improved player, most improved player.
Okay, most improved player. Good one. Uche, you can go first on this one.
So for me, in terms of improvement that I've seen in the games that I watch it, I would say the most improved player is going to Ryan again, because for him to go from a position to a position that he didn't know before the season started, in terms of being a professional at the highest level, I think the way he took on the position and was able to adapt to it and play almost every game was pretty special. So that's my most improved player.
Thanks very much, Uche. Got some comments coming in. Cameron Elder's back. Hi, Cameron. Back again.
Cameron's back.
Get involved, Cameron. We love your comments. And we've got another one that's coming from Joshua. I'm gonna have to read this out. Joshua Adamasiag. Apologies if I've butchered that. Who do you all want us to sign? Who do you think? Tell us who you're supporting, Joshua. We've got Arsenal and Liverpool fans here. I'm assuming you're talking about Liverpool. We may touch on transfers a little bit later, but yeah, let us know who you support. So back to best newcomer. Let's go to Mikey. Oh, sorry, most improved player. My bad. Most improved player.
Yeah, I think it has to go to Gravenberch, I think, because of his transformation in the role, and he's led you to the league title with his team.
Say with some enthusiasm, Mikey, man.
I think Dan Burn should get a mention in terms of his improvement, but it may not just be, it may be incremental rather than just a season-on-season thing. With Newcastle, I think he's been pretty solid considering he's not kind of a stylish name that you would have. So yeah, Gravenberch is.
Good stuff. And Aki, who's your most improved player?
I think Chris Woods deserved a good shout, to be honest. I don't think anyone expected him to score 18 goals this season. But I'm going to go Gravenberch as well. For the reason
Gravenberch as well. Okay. Joshua, yes, Liverpool fan. Good stuff. You know who the best team is here. Subbed up, keep up the grind, you man. Thank you very much, Joshua, for your subscription there. I would say, Joshua's also got another comment, which is a good shout. Most improved player, Sells. Yeah. He's had a very good season. I can't remember what it was like before.
This is the issue. I think we can't really remember how good he was last season, but he's been excellent this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good shot.
I mean, this is a good point by Cameron as well. Like, it's true. If you follow people's youth team, Gravenberch was immense. There's no question about it. He was a superb talent. So, but we're just going by, obviously, what we saw in the league in terms of playing at the Premier League as well. And showing that improvement, also changing position. But yeah,
also, he kind of dipped at Bayern as well, didn't he? So yeah, he would have won the kid, but he dipped for a few years, and then he's come back up.
Yeah,
sometimes they just go.
Yeah, and to be fair, he showed flashes for us last season under Klopp, but not really showed enough. So some games he was really good, other games not so good. But obviously changed position. So I think Gravenberch is a solid shout. Who else? Who's not gone yet? Correct, CT, have you done yours?
I haven't gone. No, I haven't gone.
Who are you going for?
I'm going to say Gravenberch. No, I'm not going to switch it up like that crazy. But I'm going to go for Gravenberch as well. Like, to be, he needs his flowers now, because as you guys were mentioning, he wasn't that great last season. But this season he's improved really well, and he's helped you guys to win a title. So I'm gonna go with him as well.
Say it again.
Special mention to Gabriel as well, I think.
Say it again when you said we're not interested in your Gabriel comment.
I've already said what I said, but special mention for Big Gabby at the back as well, because I think last season he was decent, he was okay, but I think this season when he wasn't injured, he showed that he is probably our best centre back and the reasons why we need him. So I think he was the most improved, because I think people got a bit gassed up on Saliba and were thinking he was the greatest, but I think Big Gabby, the loss of Big Gabby showed.
Hold on, I thought Gabriel was already a world-class player.
Some people didn't rate him as a world-class player. People were looking at Saliba.
World-class player. He was already world-class with Chris CT. What's going on?
No, most improved anyway, I think.
I mean, he's Brazilian international, lots of caps. Should I check the cap count?
Lots of caps. Does he start for Brazil?
Well, he plays a lot for Brazil. I know that.
He plays a lot. I don't think he's a starter though, but just a special mention. That's all that was.
All this time, there's a lot of bias towards his Arsenal team. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Joshua's coming with the stats for you guys.
Yep, Joshua Sells had 4 clean sheets last season. This season, 15. Yeah,
I can back that, because I think that's a lot to do with Milankovic and Murillo, a partnership which wasn't there last year as well. But yeah, he's made a lot of saves, to be fair.
Why don't you vote for Milankovic for newcomer of the season or best signing?
That is a great, great shout as well. Milankovic has been superb. Absolutely fantastic signing.
Okay, and I haven't actually gone yet. So my most improved player, just to go against the grain, because obviously we've the majority have gone with Gravenberch, but I'm going to go with Jacob Murphy at Newcastle because I think he's been ridiculously
Actually,
good.
do you know what? He was off of my radar. If I could switch my vote, I'd pick Murphy.
You can switch your vote if you want.
Yep, I'll go to Murphy.
Yeah,
Jacob Murphy.
Like his actual performance this season compared to anything else in his career. And I think he's late 20s now, isn't he? So
yeah, something like that. Cameron's coming for Arsenal fans like he does every week. Thank you, Cameron. We love all of that. Bloody hell, these Arsenal fans can't help it. Cameron. This post, man.
He's speaking facts, man.
Hey, we deliver.
Well said, Cameron. Well said. Okay, so we're gonna have to go with Gravenberch as the majority vote here. Oh wait, yeah, majority vote here. But
who did you vote for, CT?
Gravenberch as well. Yeah.
Oh, not Big Gabby. What's going on? You backed out.
No, I said honourable mention. So
okay.
Yeah. Okay, so next we're gonna go with best signing of the season. I can't go with Amarim again. So who am I going to pick? Let me think whilst you guys are decide. Let's go with Uche. Who is your best signing of the season?
From what I've seen, I went straight away with Milankovic, which I think was signed this season, right? So I will go with him as the best signing. Just the way they turned around the Nottingham Forest. If you think about, I saw a lot of prediction of people saying probably might even be candidates to get relegated. His partnership with Murillo has been superb. He comes in on set piece, very strong player. So yeah, I'm going with him as best signing.
Milankovic. Aki?
Take your time.
You got all day, Aki. Pod's only about an hour long, Aki. So
moving on to me, we'll go back to Aki. So no, just let me use the airtime and then you can think. So for me, it was out of Hoyson and Milankovic. I picked Hoyson for another category. I'm going for Milankovic because I rated them both this season.
Milankovic, okay.
Yeah.
CT, you didn't sign Miles Lewis Skelly, so you can't use him. So who's your choice?
He signed a professional contract. He did. So anyway, I'm gonna go for Milankovic because of the fee as well. So they paid £12 million for him. So it's got to be one of the bargains of the season, to be honest. And it was close between him and Hoyson as well. But as sort of Cameron pointed out, I always like to put in an Arsenal player. So I'm going to do honourable mention to Mikel Merino. I know he was.
Hey, I'm leaving the pod.
I'll tell you why.
What is going on?
Wait.
No, go wait.
Let me hear the rationale. Come on. For the fee that we paid for him, he's actually done
too much.
Well. And he's actually covered that striker role where he went.
No, he hasn't.
He's coming.
No, he hasn't.
He's done something, you know. He's done something.
We might as well have had Alan Smith playing there.
Craig.
That was for Cameron anyway. But no, it's got to be Milankovic. It's got to be just for that fee alone is just ridiculous. So definitely that's signing.
Did Gibbs White? Did he get transferred this season?
No.
That was season before.
No.
That was last season, wasn't it?
We don't need your vote now anyway, Aki. Free for Milankovic.
I would have gone with Wan-Bissaka.
Dishonourable mention.
CT, that was a dishonourable mention.
Dishonourable.
I would have gone with Wan-Bissaka. I think he's actually had quite a good season for West Ham.
Wan-Bissaka.
He has had a good season.
He's had a season.
I don't know if he was signed this season. Yeah?
Wasn't signed this season.
Milankovic or Hoyson, Aki?
No, he wasn't signed this season. Don't mind Aki.
He was.
Oh, he wasn't.
He was actually.
No,
he was. Check your stats. Check your stats.
He wasn't signed.
He was.
He was.
Yeah. What was he on loan?
You think he was on loan before? Yeah.
He wasn't signed this season, man.
He's in the shout outs for it.
Uche, apologies.
Yeah, you got to apologize.
Apologize, please, Uche.
You know the rules. You know the rules, man.
This season, I'm telling you.
Uche, apologize.
Don't be an idiot. He wasn't signed this season. I'm telling you.
He was.
He wasn't.
He wasn't signed this season.
What's your argument about that? Let me check.
Yeah, he was signed on August 13th of August 24. West Ham signed him.
There you go, Uche.
Yeah, see?
Okay. So he was on loan before, what you were saying. Because he was
just shut up and apologize. Now.
You know the rules, man.
That was his second season.
And apologize.
Hey, just my bad.
It's just my bad. That's all. You got to apologize, bro.
No, I'm asking. Like, was he signed on loan? It was on loan before.
Yeah, it was on loan before.
It doesn't matter, mate. It doesn't matter. He was signed in August. Apologize, please.
No, because I thought I said my West Ham. That's what I'm saying.
All right. We're not getting an apology. The viewers can see you, Uche. The viewers can see you. All right, then. I haven't actually done mine.
I'm just saying. I didn't realize. I thought it was because I saw last season. It was obviously.
Have you done yours?
You were wrong. You were wrong.
Okay. Have you done yours, Uche?
Yeah, I did. What did I say? Best signing. What did I say was best
Milenkovic.
Milenkovic. Yeah.
So how many Milenkovic have we got?
From Milenkovic already.
Three from Milenkovic. Okay, so mine is irrelevant, really.
Who was you gonna say?
I was probably gonna say, is Murillo been signed this season? Because I would have gone for him, just to be different.
I don't think so.
Just to be different. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Milenkovic is the best signing of the season.
So we're gonna go to the worst signing now.
Worst signing of the season.
I think you guys are gonna stop here because you can't even put this player. But he is the answer. There is no other answer.
Go on.
Who?
But he was so dead. No, I'll let you guys go and kill yourself first. You can't think of him. So carry on. Pound for pound, the worst signing.
It's got to be one of them city boys that came in at Gen.
Go on, Uche. You start then. Go on.
I'm going to start. Without a doubt, it's João Felix. There's no question about it. Terrible. Shocking.
Yeah.
Abysmal.
Yeah, but
yeah,
Xerxes wasn't too much better though either.
Just because of the fee alone, I think. Yeah, Chelsea got bumped.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you talk about the fee and being a complete non-factor. That's a terrible sign.
To be fair, you could probably pick a few of their signings, but I'm probably going to go with I can't actually remember his name, so I need to find his name. Mikey, have you got one?
Go to Aki, let him say something to contribute, and then I'll say mine.
Go on then, Aki.
Yeah. So I would probably go. I think you've got to go with Felix just because of the price they paid for him. But Xerxes was terrible this season as well, to be honest with you. So he's coming a very, very, very close second.
Yep. Joshua agrees with you, Xerxes. There's another shout in the comments there from Joshua. Yeah.
Oh, Joshua.
Yeah.
You've stolen my thunder, mate.
We do including loans as well, yeah?
There's Raheem Sterling and Marino are joint worst signings of the season.
He's just
absolutely diabolical waste of money.
Oh my God.
We're only paying a third of Sterling's wage and it's still too much. And Marino is a waste of a squad number.
You just killed my honourable mention, bro.
You can't have a player that's banging goals in Champions League for you as one of the worst.
How you disrespecting Marino?
It's definitely that.
It's crazy.
Cameron Savio, good step over is no end product. That's fair. Yeah. I'm actually going to go for someone that can't lie. Sterling neither go. Okay,
wow.
Yeah, he feels a bit. It feels a bit like he is over the hill. But we shall see. My choice, and I did just find his name, is, and I've lost it again, is Nico Gonzalez. Now, the reason why I've gone with him, obviously, say that again, Uche.
Has it been 6 months? Give him a chance.
It's been 6 months, but I think he looked good for one game. He came in just after he signed. It looked like he'd plugged the hole, and then the hole just got wider. So Nico Gonzalez. Then he just disappeared. So Nico Gonzalez is my shout. But obviously there are other players that have been much worse. They've been there the whole season.
Who's still got to go? Is
I
everyone?
haven't gone yet. I haven't gone yet.
Yeah, CT, what's yours? You better be backing me.
You know, I didn't know we're including loan signings as well.
You can't be Felix.
I was going to say Xerxes, but if we're including loan signings, then it's Sterling, 100%. There's just there's no way it can't be Sterling. Like literally, he's done nothing for us all season. Nothing.
We've had 3 players out for 3 months at a time minimum. 1 out for virtually the season. Martinelli is always out, and still the guy can't do nothing for us.
Yeah, he's bad. He's very bad.
This is the question: is how do we get on?
You need to stop.
Are you taking that?
That took me off. That took me off, mate.
I'll take the years off. I was called that back in the day, you know.
Hey, not for speed, you went. Don't try that one.
That's right, not for speed.
No. Some different things.
Cameron, he brought him in to put the cones down since Arteta left. Yeah.
That is what Raheem's been doing.
He's been terrible though for a good few seasons now.
The question I was going to ask though, Mikey and CT, is I can't remember, so I'm not pointing any daggers at anyone. But
did we want the signing?
Were you happy when you signed him at the time? Because you must
have
thought,
because I'm happy with signings. He's worked with him before. You got to think that he knows what he's bringing and that he's going to be actually able to do something. But he's useless, absolutely useless. We should end it there.
Yeah. Yeah. They gassed us up. They gassed us up because at the time the signing, Arteta was gassing us up. We had to sign him once he got the opportunity and all this stuff. And then I think the media coverage of him signing as well was just gassed us all up. And we wanted a signing. We wanted a winger for some cover. But this guy, I don't know what happened.
He was a desperate signing by a desperate manager for a desperate club.
This is the issue.
It definitely wasn't a desperate signing because the money wasn't that much, but it's still the worst signing.
Was it late in the window as well? I can't remember.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah. Chelsea needed to save some money, didn't they? That's why we're only paying a third of his wages, but it's still a third too much.
About Sesko's. Okay. Thank you for that one. Yeah. We're going to talk about
that. A lot of wit in the thread.
There is, Cameron. We're going to talk about Tesco's later. The others who haven't cottoned on, talking about Sesko, Benjamin. I know Mikey specifically is very happy about the potential of signing Sesko.
Definitely. One of the world's best that's available. What can you?
He's not one of the world's best. Come on, man. Come on.
That's available.
Sorry,
is it available?
What's that?
Gyökeres not available? No.
One of the world's best that's available. Gyökeres is the best that's available.
Are you happy that Sesko?
Why are we skipping, guys?
We're not skipping anything.
Order. Parliamentary procedure, please.
We're not skipping anything. I'm just asking a question.
Listen, everybody knows, the right price. Everybody knows that I would rather have Gyökeres than Sesko. All the stats guys are saying Sesko is the guy that Liverpool and Arsenal should sign. On my eye test, I disagree. But what can I do? I'm not in control. Arteta wants Sesko. What's our guy's name? Craig?
Andrea.
Berta wants Gyökeres. It looks like Arteta may be getting his way. And if Arteta fails, he'll be on his way. That's how it's going to work now, isn't it?
Yeah.
True. Did I hear that one of your... I don't even know what his name is. I don't know what his title is, I should say. But somebody in your back room that's involved in the transfer stuff has left recently. Am I right? No? You haven't heard that?
No. You just made that one up, mate.
I was trying to find a name earlier.
Stop reading Arsenal stuff.
I was trying to find a name earlier, but I couldn't find it. So
Edu left ages ago.
not Edu.
Yeah, but he
No,
was-
it might have been.
Come
I
on,
think
lad.
it might have been his assistant.
give up.
But yeah, it might have been. It might have been his assistant. But anyway, let's move on. What's the next category, Uche? Oh, sorry, Cameron Elder, Marmoush has more. Sorry, go back to that one, please.
Oh, sorry.
Marmoush has more goals
has
than
more
he left
goals than
in
him,
January.
and he left in Jan. Yeah.
Yeah, but Marmoush was on a mad goal scoring streak. That slowed down at City.
Yeah. Everything slows down at City, it seems.
Everything
What hasn't
slows
slowed down at City is that Pep Linders, Uche and Aki, our former assistant manager under Klopp, who apparently said that he would only ever assist Klopp and nobody else, suddenly he's come out of the woodwork and signed him to join Pep next season. What's going on there?
Mate, you gotta. To be honest, I don't know, man. I've always kind of. I think I said this on the chat when we talked about this. That when you look at the way it happens in the rest of the world, some players, some managers just do, as let alone assistant managers, they just move mad. So, good luck to him, really. Like I said, Conte just won with his third club in Italy, despite playing all his career at Juventus. So, if he could do that and somehow still share, then it is what it is. Good luck to him. It's just a bit strange, very, very strange. To be that's your direct competitor doesn't get more direct than that. So to go and join him and have that conversation, knowing that you're going to be coming against Liverpool, that's his choice. So it is what it is.
Yeah. Cameron has let his views known in the yeah, there we go. Aki, what do you think before we move on to the next category? What do you think about Pep Linders joining Pep? Hopefully, Joshua. Hopefully, that's what he's going there to do.
Personally, I think good luck to him. Really, I mean, it's not like he's Liverpool through and through. He was brought in under Jurgen Klopp, so his loyalty, I think, lies to Jurgen Klopp more than Liverpool. So let him do what he wants to do.
Okay, fair. Joshua says Trent's gone to sabotage Real Madrid. I don't think they need just Trent to do that, to be honest. But there we go. Yeah, Pep going to Man City, I think it's a surprise. Let's put it like that. I won't go into any more than that because I'm not going to say anything nice. So, what was the next category, Uche?
So the next one we got is coach.
I think this was a simple choice, personally. No surprises. Given the top that I'm wearing, wrong side. There we go. Arne Slot. No. I think he's the obvious choice for this one. Took over from a Liverpool legend. First season in the Premier League and walked it. Cakewalk.
Ready-made squad.
Sorry, what was that?
I don't know. Who said that?
what was that? What was that, CT?
Who said that? Ready-made squad. Ready-made.
Ready-made.
Say with chest. Say with chest.
Put it in the microwave. Press 3 minutes, and it's done. That's
Is that your choice then? You're going with Slot as well, yeah?
No, I'm not going with Slot, but I'm saying that is my views.
It's not as clear cut.
Yeah.
Amarin, best, yeah, we'll go with that as well. I'll take that. He's the best signing. He's the best coach. He's the best newcomer. I'll take all of that. Go on, CT. What's your choice?
My choice is between quite a few. A few managers have done really well, so I'm going to do my honourable mentions. So Eddie Howe gets a special mention, definitely, for what he's achieved in terms of their league position. Also qualifying for Champions League and also slapping you guys in the league final. So, honourable mention. Also Nuno as well, because of the way Forest have performed throughout the season. 100%. We thought they were going to qualify for Champions League quite easily, but they just sort of failed at the last hurdle. So he gets honourable mention. Obviously Slot as well. Ready-made team. Ready-made, results, and he got that. He achieved that, but he, special shout out to him. But for me, just because they had never won a major trophy ever in their history, it's got to go to Oliver Glasner of Crystal Palace. because of what they've achieved in terms of
Very good, very
FA
good.
Cup and who they've beaten as well to get there as well. So
Fantastic.
it's not an easy job.
He's such a troll.
Oliver Glasner gets my coach of the season.
It sounds fantastic. Honestly, everything you said.
I said what I said.
No, everything you said is great, but you know, you think you got a bit carried away. You forgot it's about the Premier League. So this is about best coach in the Premier League. But anyway, everything else you said.
I've done it. So what?
Why are you mentioning Glasner? Glasner did his thing in the FA Cup, mate.
It's still based on a Premier League sort of cup
season.
Okay.
Premier League Cup. Oh my god! And the winner of Troll of the season is
next.
There's one for you, CT.
He's so honorable mention over as well.
Cameron, you know what the worst thing is? You know his name, mate.
Yeah, I didn't even know his first name.
You know his name.
Oh my god, that's funny, man.
Arteta, best manager in EPL at finishing second. Yep, we all know that.
He's consistent.
Master, very consistent guy. Very
consistent. Okay, thank you for that, CT. I think you're allowed to come with that choice. By the way, don't listen to the others. Mikey, who are you going for?
Who's everyone picked so far?
It's Slot and Glasner so far.
Who's gone? Glasner
Slot and Glasner.
Who picked Slot? You.
Obviously, he's a Liverpool guy. Yeah.
So I think Glasner is a very good choice. I think Vitor Pereira at Wolves, has done an excellent job since coming in. Howe again has done a very good job, and slapping you guys was even better. And he's in the Champions League. I'll give it to Slot. I won't give it to Glasner. No, I'm giving it to Glasner. You guys are going to outvote us, but Glasner, South London, stand tall.
Yes, stand tall indeed.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Mikey. Just to say to the viewers watching, if you're not subbed, please do sub and do like this video. Aki, who is your best?
Surprise us, Aki. Come on.
No. First of all, I want to say that Newcastle slapped up your team as well before they slapped us up in the semi.
That's why he's an honourable mention.
And shut up. It's my turn. But I just wanted to mention that team also slapped up your team, so you guys can be quiet. On
you
that
said
one.
That twice now.
If you guys keep on interrupting, I have to keep on repeating myself. Also, I do think there's a number of good managers this season. Arabola from Bournemouth done well. I think Thomas Frank.
Arabola.
I don't know who that is.
Who for Bournemouth?
How do you pronounce it?
Areola.
That's it. That's what I said anyway. But yeah, he did a good job this season. I think Thomas Frank as well. I think the Wolverhampton manager is a good shout. But yeah, Arne Slot for winning the league first season.
Arne Slot, okay. Joshua, good point about the Chelsea manager.
+1 million.
Got them playing again, won Conference League, and also got them to Champions League next season. First season, top division 2. Slow start, but he had quite a difficult start to the season with the number of players he had. So honourable mention, I think, is fair.
No, not from me.
Why not, Mikey?
Because he's got all the players in the world at his disposal.
But you still need to make them. You still need to make them work.
The Conference League. Are we really talking about that?
Yeah, I'm not.
No,
it doesn't make sense. We weren't talking about it last year when West Ham won it. Why are we talking about it now?
Wait, but you would have given props to the manager for winning it last year.
There's no buts. We did not speak about the Conference League. No one was raving about it.
To be honest,
West Ham won it. It was like, oh, well done. That's it.
To be honest, it's not
about
best
performance.
It's not a hill I'm going to die on. To be honest, I don't like the Chelsea team. I don't like the Chelsea manager. I don't like anything to do with Chelsea. So it's fine by me. Simply Ace, I have to go with Slot. He won the PL. Yep. I think that's probably where we're all going to end up.
Supports. He sounds
Simply
like
Ace, let us know who you support. And Uche, let's end.
I think there's only one choice. I think everything good shout by CT initially. I think all of these deserve to get, the second and third place votes, but obviously Slot coming in, new league, and no signings of his own, changed the position, changed a few tweaks, able to take us to first. We've got to remember that we're just coming with it. Man City just came 1-4 in a row, and Arsenal, Arteta, expert at coming second and all that. So to beat Oliver and now collect the league was exceptional. So it has to be Slot, guys. There's no point trying to argue about the latter. Just give it up.
Not for me. Not for me.
Just a few comments coming in. Simply Ace, you and CT are going to be best of friends here. CT, guess which team he supports?
God. Oh man.
So yeah,
Simply Ace.
There's a few other comments as well. No one really cares about Conference League. That's kind of backing up Mikey's point. And Joshua, winning the Conference League is like getting bronze in the Olympics. No one cares. Mamta Seth has got a little dig for Arteta, finished second, got to the semi CL. Not a dig, actually. That's
his shout.
You're trying to put a dig in.
You know what? I thought before I'd actually read it in my head, I just thought Arteta and I just thought a dig's coming next. But no,
that's what you think.
This is the host we have. This in Arsenal at any opportunity.
Sorry, I wasn't impartial there. I wasn't impartial. Kibsy 71, Guna panel. Thoughts on Ange getting sacked?
Boy, go on, CT.
I'm sad about that, to be honest, because he's shown his Premier League sort of performance has been absolutely.
Wait. He's been sacked.
Has he been sacked?
No, he's not been sacked.
That was the word that's going around today. I don't know if that's been done yet.
It's not official, right? I haven't seen anything.
It's not official, but it's come from a lot of outlets that he's going to be.
Oh, he's going to get it. Okay.
There's no here we go moment yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's not even a surprise. It's not even a surprise the way that Levy handles business. So yeah, what can I say? I'm sad that he is going, because I think Premier League wise, I think they would even suffer even more now being in the Champions League next season. So I think they'll be in a very bad place, but it is what it is.
Joshua, sorry, go on, Mikey.
I personally think he's a good guy. He won them a trophy, so he deserves to stay on, but his league performances were absolutely atrocious.
Disgraceful.
Absolutely atrocious.
And even Spurs fan will say that. Simply Ace. Yeah, Simply Ace. What do you think?
Yeah, honestly, it's
who would you replace it with?
If this ends up being the truth, man, it's gonna be crazy to me. I find it astonishing, to be honest.
So simply, I agree with Simply Ace.
He did concentrate on the Europa League, to be fair. So I think that contributed to their poor league.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He had to do that.
They were bad.
And they had a lot of injuries. I think one part of the season they had the whole.
So they can use that when we did. Well, yeah, what's happening there?
Yeah, but they didn't.
Injuries can't matter when you want them to.
Wait, Arsenal spent about £150 million in the transfer window, £200 million the season before that.
What's that got to do with injuries? If those players have injuries, what's that got to do?
Spurs don't spend the money and don't have a big enough squad, and so all their players got injured.
You're getting a lot of injuries, probably because it's working your players too much. There's a lot of muscle injuries, so there's a thing to be made that maybe his training methods not great, or the training methods of whoever is involved. Maybe there's something there, because you can't keep getting players injured. They were not injured before. They did not have an injury, atrocious injury record before they joined your club, as far as I know. So when they start getting injured at your watch, there's something. Sorry?
Same as Tottenham. That's who we're talking about. Why we?
Yeah, that's what we're talking. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No question. Everyone has to go and look at how you prepare your teams. I mean, like I said, when Klopp was there, you have to take responsibility sometimes. Why is it that maybe you're working people too hard? If they're getting a lot of muscle injuries, the first signal that something ain't quite right.
100%. I agree with that. 100%.
Yeah. Simply Ace, Ange needs to be given a chance. Yeah, I can see that. As you're a Spurs fan, I think it's probably a mixed bag, really. Some fans will be like, it's the Premier League performance last year just not good enough. Others are happy that you've won a trophy the first time in however many years it is. So yeah, I can see there'll be a mixed bag in terms of whether people want him to stay or go. Just going back to Joshua asking who they're replacing with, Fabrizio Romano, is saying Thomas Frank and Marcus Silva are both appreciated. So
that's a good shout in terms of Thomas Frank, anyway.
Yeah, Thomas Frank would be good
works
for
with
them.
Little
actually.
budget as well, hasn't he? At Brentford, he does wonders there. So
yeah, Cameron. Yep, Spurs for Thomas Frank.
I don't see why you leave Brentford for those guys, but anyway.
Champions League
money.
Yeah, money in
Champions League.
Yeah, money in Champions League. That's true. That is true. Okay. That's a good point. But it's only on loan, you know. That Champions League is only on loan for 1 year. It ain't gonna be more than 1 year. Back to your Sebla status, I'm afraid.
Joshua, Spurs going to have some money to spend. Yes, due to Champions League money. They're the most profitable club, aren't they? Not sure.
They've always had money to spend, but let's see if
it's whether Levy wants to spend it. That's the problem.
You know what I mean?
Do you know what? I saw Mourinho.
He's got concerts all summer as well, so he's got tons of money coming in. You got Beyonce there and all that stuff, so he's got money coming in, but he doesn't spend it. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, that's the thing. Did you see Mourinho's comments about Tottenham getting in the Champions League? I think he said something like it was great for the fans, but I'm sure I was going to say General Levy. Daniel Levy. I'm sure Daniel Levy is very happy and basically insinuating he's just happy about the money coming in. What is Cameron? He was making a second.
What is going on?
Hey, Cameron, comment down.
That's funny. Still, that's funny.
Spurs. Comment from Simply Ace before we go back to the categories and close it out. Simply Ace, Spurs have the 9th highest revenue, but Levy wants it for his property portfolio. 100%. Yeah, that's the problem. That is the problem. Okay, what's the next category?
Have we actually decided on best coach as Slot, yeah? All right.
Yeah, Slot was the one that got
just by one vote.
Now I saw this pre-pod, and I'm wondering what we're saying here. Just a one-off performance.
That's correct.
Okay. Well, you can go first then.
No, for me, it was Slot against Brighton. Remember that game?
Slot against who?
When we played Brighton. I'm talking about Liverpool. I don't expect
you. You made me sick. He said you made me sick. What are we doing there?
Brighton, we could have picked, you know.
Listen, man. Brighton was giving us the work, man. Brighton was giving us the work at half time. The guy got in there, changed a few things, and we came out in the second half.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you what I'm telling you.
All right, I want to go next.
Yeah, go on, Aki.
I'm going
to go for Nunes. Nunes for Forest versus Liverpool at Anfield when they beat us 1-0. Yeah.
Nunes. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Nuno.
Thinking about Nunes. I was like, what? Yeah.
That was a great way, a great coach performance, the way he set them up, basically. They restricted us throughout that whole game, and that inflicted on us. I think their only defeat at home this season.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. No, good shout. Good shout, Aki. I was getting ready to dish you, but no, my fault. Mikey.
I accept the apology.
Is it going to be Premier League
still waiting
as well?
Yeah, take note, Uche.
No,
it's got to be a Premier League performance or just
it's definitely Howe or Glasner.
Premier League, yeah.
No.
Any. I think any.
It's Howe in the League Cup or Glasner and.
I'm going to change. I'm changing my.
No, Brighton. You've got Brighton.
No.
Actual performance against.
No. It's not Premier League. I'm changing. And I know the team that this is by far number one of all time.
So for me, it's my pick. So for me, it's.
I'll come back to you, Uche. So go, Mikey.
It's Howe. That League Cup win. Liverpool just weren't in the game. It weren't even a risk of a Liverpool win. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And Liverpool and Newcastle had gone on a bit of a run. They'd slapped us. They won quite a few games in a row, and they were just solid. They're just mashing people up all over the pitch, and no one could touch them. So it's definitely Howe against Liverpool.
Yeah, that's a good shout, and that's probably my one too. But let's see what the comments are saying. Kibsy 71, hate to say it, but what about Moyes getting those Blues clear of relegation?
Yeah, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not a bad shout.
Yeah.
To be fair, the Glasgow versus Man City, the FA Cup, I'd go with that more than Howe.
You know why I picked Howe over that? Because Newcastle was
Liverpool.
more destructive.
Because
Whereas-
you hate Liverpool. Because you hate
No,
Liverpool.
not really.
It is.
I picked
So,
Glasner for one
yeah.
of the other awards that you guys voted him down for, actually.
No.
Yeah, no, Newcastle's was more of a complete performance. But you could say Glasner because Crystal Palace are a lesser team.
If not, I'm changing mine. So let me come to it and tell you.
Wait,
You got
back
Brighton,
off.
bro. He's okay.
You have to wait now, Uche. You have to wait.
Right,
CT.
I want to change my one as well, actually.
Wow, what's going
Going
on?
on here, man.
No, because we didn't know it was Premier League. I thought it was Premier League, so now I've got to change.
Yes, so did I.
Wait. Are we basing it on? Can we go Champions League as well? Or we just
No, we can't.
keeping it English? Yeah, we're keeping it. Okay.
Let's keep
Yeah.
it.
It's out of those,
Brexit means Brexit, mate. Brexit means Brexit.
it's out of those two performances. The Newcastle one against you guys in the final, or the Palace one. Because Glasner's already got my award for best coach, I'm probably going to go with Eddie Howe for that slap against your boys. I've still got the thing if you want, Uche.
What's that?
I've still got to send it.
What have you got?
Matchday
What
program.
have you got, CT?
Match day program.
Oh yes.
Where'd you get that from?
I was there at
Oh,
Wembley.
yeah.
Yeah. I was there.
Yeah, I'm
Good
surprised.
momentum. Remind
I'm
me.
surprised you picked that one.
It
Yeah.
reminds me of we don't lose that often this season. Send it. Just a
Yeah,
nice.
Lucky, I thought I had it around, but no, I don't.
Cameron has said Glasner against City in the final. They lost the week before. Yeah, and Glasner said to Pep, if you do, like, said it to his face, if you do that again, we'll beat you. And they did. So,
Great shout.
Postecoglou versus
Great
City.
shout.
Yeah.
Great
Yes.
shout. I mean, you don't predict that kind of result, do you? Before a ball is kicked. That's a great shout.
It is a
They
great
always
shout.
do well against City, though, don't they? Those guys.
Yeah, true. But this
Yeah,
was
they have done that in the past.
smacking, man.
Got their number, I think.
Yeah, that was next level. Uche, you said you wanted to change yours.
Wait,
Go on
didn't we
then.
slap them 5-1?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, for me,
Yeah.
I think for me, it stands right up there. I can't believe you missed it. It was Arsenal, obviously, Arteta. You know, the lovely night at the Emirates against Real Madrid stands out by far.
Wait, we said
I
in
thought we
England.
couldn't do that because that's what I was going to do.
Champions
What are
League.
we doing?
And you guys said
There's
you're
no Champions League.
going to take it off. I changed it. Don't worry, I've got this
Yeah.
covered. So I changed it.
Brighton. Stick to
No,
Brighton.
that's not. I changed it. So again, it's Arteta. Yeah. Another two ridiculous performances. One against the champions, 1-1 at the Emirates, and again came again 2-0 down to the champions. Came back, 2-2. No long thing. Arteta all the way.
You're
No
trolling.
question about
You're
it.
trolling.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right.
Great pick. This is why we shouldn't allow repicks.
Yeah. Brighton.
It doesn't make sense. He's gone for another league game. There was no need to repick.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm
So
telling you.
Brighton it is. Brighton it is. It's done.
I'm repicking Glasner. Crystal Palace FA Cup final.
That's a reasonable repick.
Yeah, we'll allow that.
Those are allowed, yeah?
No chance.
Thank you.
No way.
Either way, it's Arteta, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So wait, so how many Glasners have we got? 2. And one Eddie Howe.
We've got 2 Howes.
2 Howes, yeah.
2 Howes, 1 Glasner. Arteta, and then for me it's Eddie Howe. They did us up. They played us at Anfield not long before. They left out Isaac injured.
Yeah.
I think they did that because they were focused purely on winning that game because they needed a trophy to kickstart.
I think I've heard
What
that
they
they were
do.
preparing for ages for that one.
Yeah, that's
game.
what I heard as well.
Yeah.
Even set pieces, they did us. That's how they scored their first goal. They didn't use those in the Anfield game. So I think in terms of like focused on getting a result in a big stage for them as well, having lost a recent final, I have to give it to Eddie Howe. So I think Eddie Howe takes that one for me. Best coaching performance of the season. Right, we are nearing the end. We're up to just over an hour. Let's wrap this up. I think biggest overachievers. I think that has to go to Forest.
Yep.
I can't think of anyone else. Anyone else got any different views?
I was going to say that.
Liverpool.
Overachievers. Wait,
Yeah.
no. Wait.
No, I'm
CT.
saying-
You
Wait,
got help by the
CT.
referee. You got a
CT.
ready-made team. Come on, what are we doing? It's Liverpool.
So how are you overachieving if you've got a ready-made team? How does that make sense?
It's Liverpool.
That was a slip of the tongue.
Slip of the tongue, yeah. Kibsy, thank you. Forrest. Yeah, got to be. What are we saying here? Mikey, you're saying Liverpool as well?
I was the first to say Liverpool. What? Nah, I'm joking.
Okay,
it's unanimous, Forrest. Like, it's sad. It's sad they didn't make the Champions League after they were up there for so long. But the cream rises to the top in the end.
Simply Ace, Palace winning the FA Cup.
Also
not won anything in their history. Yeah, it's a good. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's a better argument than Forest.
Yeah, Palace is a good shout.
Yeah,
first major trophy.
I think you gotta go Palace.
Yeah, I think I have to switch as well.
Yeah, it's true.
Who brought up Palace in the thread?
Simply Ace.
Simply Ace. Yeah,
it's a good shout.
I think so, yeah,
definitely.
I've been swayed as well because they've actually won something, whereas Forest failed at last hurdle. So I think it has to be Palace. Cameron agrees with us. Joshua, Arsenal.
Too late, Joshua. Pull back.
Anyone disagreeing with Palace? Aki? Uche?
Nah, I think that's a good shout. We go with that. I think Palace.
Yeah.
Okay. What's next? Opposite of overachievers is
underachievers.
Underachievers.
Who's gonna win that?
I wonder who's gonna win that. CT.
You want me to go first?
I do want you to go first. Yeah.
Manchester United. I know you are going to think Arsenal. I'm not saying that. We've been consistent in coming second. So it's not Arsenal. It's Manchester United. 15th in the Premier League table. What are we doing here? They lost to Tottenham in a final. This is crazy. I've never seen anything like this ever. Manchester United. Okay. Yeah, it's you. Definitely Manchester United.
Joshua agrees. Aki, what are you saying?
Yeah, United with an honourable mention for City as well. I think they didn't have the greatest seasons either.
Simply Ace. I think everyone on this pod is united in disliking United, and I love it. Thank you, Simply Ace. Yeah, Man United 1-0. Thank goodness. I agree, 100%. Cameron Elder, Man United even lost to Malaysian Farmers. They went on the Far East tour and lost to Asian 11. Okay. Joshua, definitely underachievers. Man United. I was actually going to go Arsenal because, Mikey, as you know, I had you as winners of the league. Kibbsy agrees with me. But Man United, I think they lost 11 games or something. How many games did they lose? Probably more than that.
It has to be more than that.
In a 38-game season, it's never to be seen before. Hopefully, will be seen again. Mamta, Seth, Arsenal, all they hype flopped. Yeah, fair argument. But what are you gonna go for, Uche?
No, it has to be Manchester United. It has to be. I mean, the kind of money we're talking about, the wages that these players are on. If everybody asks you, even in your worst case scenario, predict where Manchester United is going to finish in the league, you'll be hard pressed to say. I would say mid-table. But, this guy's finished, 15, 16, something crazy like that. 15. And then get to the final, mess it up against Tottenham. That's like everybody wants to go and play against Tottenham in the final. You go and lose that. So at the end of the day, it's Manchester United all day long. Just a massive, massive underachievement. Huge.
18 games. Yes. Thank you, Simply Ace, for getting the stats for us. 18 games. Out of 38 games, that is absolutely ridiculous.
Hey, goal difference really is minus, bro. They are really awful. They are bad, man. That's crazy.
Gibbsy 71. Thank you very much. Great show, guys. Keep up good work. Hopefully see you again next week. Again, for those of you who are watching online, please do sub and like this video if you're enjoying our content. And going back to Man United, Joshua, if they don't start decently next season, they really could go down. You're talking about Man United or Arsenal? I'm just checking.
This is the host. This is the host.
CT, I couldn't help it. I'm sorry.
Crazy.
I couldn't help it. No, seriously though, Joshua, you're right. If they don't, and it looks like they're sticking with Amarin, which I love.
Unfortunately, it can't happen.
If they do start badly, then I think it'll be sacked quite swiftly. And then Southgate comes in, so that'd be great. We got one more category, Uche?
Yes.
Doing it again.
Well, I think it depends what we're going to do.
Skipping me again.
Mikey's
Oh,
invisible.
sorry, Mikey. Sorry.
Hello.
That's
Racism.
Sorry, Mikey. Go on.
What is going on? I'm picking Man City. Man City. Who thought that Man United were going to do anything?
Yeah, 15. Oh my God.
Man City would win the league, and they've won nothing.
Mikey, man, that
They've
league.
got 9 losses, and they've won nothing. They spent 200 million in January, and they've done nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's an argument. There's an argument for them. It depends on how you're looking at it, really. You're right. They were probably favourites or second favourites for most people. And they've won nothing, as you said. And they went through mid-season just losing game after game, which was good to watch.
Didn't they win the treble last year?
Yeah. No. Season
Wasn't it?
Yeah, the season before. It has to be.
Was it the season before?
Yeah, because was it? Yeah, it was definitely the season before. Yeah,
I think so. But yeah, it was a huge drop off. But thankfully, Liverpool stepped up.
Yeah, but not even just in the league. Champions League, where were they? What were they doing?
Yeah. Didn't they go out in the league stage as well? Or did they get through that?
No, they scraped through.
they scraped through and then played. They got beat by Real Madrid. Didn't
Oh yes, that's right.
There's going to be a theme.
Exactly. All right, so we're going to wrap up with this one. We're an hour and 11 minutes in, so let's try and speed through this. Favorite LFC game of the season for us Liverpool fans, and then obviously Arsenal. You can talk about your one as well.
Say Brighton, please.
Brighton. I'm actually going
to say Brighton. I'm actually going to say it.
You say Brighton.
I am going to say Brighton. I was at that game, and like Uche mentioned earlier, we were getting mashed up by Brighton in that first half. It quite easily should have been at least 3-0. And then we changed it second half. Quick fire goals, bang bang from I can't remember who scored the equalizer. I think it was Gakpo, and then Salah bends on in the top corner. I was right behind it as well. But it was a pivotal part of the season. It was one of the key results of the season. Salah said it himself. That was one of the games where they believed after winning that game that they're going to actually do something this year. This season. So I'm actually going with Brighton as my favorite LFC moment, mostly because I was there. And CT, you're shaking your head, so you can tell us which.
Because I get where Aki's coming from now with this anticlimactic sort of.
Because you're not at that moment. You don't get it because you haven't had that moment. It doesn't matter who the
Brighton were the moment, man. Calm down.
Salah reckons it was, and he's a professional footballer, the best league and the best player in the league. So, yeah, there you go.
Did he say it's the key moment?
Huh?
Did he say it's the key moment?
One of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that statement out?
CT.
Come on, it's got to be the Arsenal versus Man City, 5-1 at the Emirates.
Of course.
I'd actually forgotten about that.
Brilliant moment for Miles Lewis-Skelly as well, the best left back in the Premier League. Scores a goal. Stay humble celebration. Does the whole Erling Haaland thing. Come on, it's got to be that. It's got to be that. Even you should have voted for that, Rob. Forget Brighton. What are we doing here?
The Brighton win led us towards the league. Your 5-1, stay humble, led you to.
You had a lot of wins, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You had a lot of wins.
You had a lot of wins.
A better one than that.
And that was one of the key ones for me. Cameron, fave Liverpool game.
You guys missed in a thread earlier. Someone said your game against Fulham.
Yeah.
We
only drew that one though. That was a draw, wasn't it?
No, in terms of
Brentford, it was a Brentford game. That's one I was going to pick. I think it was the last game.
Yeah,
the last game when Nunes scored for us as well.
Yeah, that's a good shout. That was an injury. I think it was like 7 or 8 minutes into injury time that he scored and then scored the second. So yeah, good shout. Cameron, Liverpool game, City away.
Cameron's a troll.
Dave Arsenal game, West Ham at home. That was a good one. That was a good one. Kibsy beating Spurs, clinch number 20. Yeah. Good shout. Mamtasefs agrees as well. Uche, what was your favorite moment?
I'm divided into 3 games. I think the first game, if I was doing it the way I genuinely felt, then it has to be Manchester United 0, Liverpool 3, because it was early in the season. We went there. Sometimes we have a lot of stories. We went there, clinical, cleaned them out. When we went 3-0 up, just kept everything, kept them at bay. But if you now look in hindsight, I think the greatest game from a Liverpool fan is being able to go to that stadium where Pep resides and win at their stadium 2-0 is a humongous statement of the highest order, what it means. We actually won both games. So I'll probably lean towards that. But in terms of how I felt, the biggest game always is Old Trafford. So to go there and give them 3 and say, hold that, that's by far. That's my favorite game. Okay,
thank you. And everyone's gone, right?
He's trolling. He's gone.
We're done, yeah? Go on, Mikey.
I get the deciding vote. It's definitely Arsenal 5, Man City 1. For all the reasons that Craig said. I think before we go, we should touch on Wirtz.
Yeah.
What's the latest? What's going on? I'm hearing that you guys are trying to haggle.
Yeah, so the latest was a couple of days ago. Apparently, we put in a package of 130 million euros or pounds? I don't know which, but it's 130 million. Everyone's pointing towards him coming. It's just a matter of the 2 clubs agreeing. So, yeah.
I'm hearing there's players being thrown in.
There was talk about that, but it's gone silent and there's no mention of who those players are. So I have no idea.
No, it's going to be Elliot.
You would think so. And I think it'd be a good move for him if he's just going there to replace Wirtz. I think it'd be a good move for him. And it's a league that he might thrive in. But yeah. Mamta, Seth, quick mention about the Unity Cup. For the viewers, Unity Cup, it was a match between Nigeria and Jamaica. Was that yesterday that was on?
In the final.
That was a final. Okay. It was a competition, wasn't it?
Oh, sorry. I'm not involved. So
yeah, you're not involved. It's Unity Cup.
You're definitely involved at any level, mate. Like no matter what game.
Okay, Uche, that's fine. That's fine. There's no need for that, but that's fine. So yeah, what was the score? I was taking a passing interest. 2-2.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens? Does it go to penalties? What happens?
Yeah, it went to penalties, but the score was 2-2.
Yeah. It was 2-2.
You asked the score, it's 2-2.
2-2, and they blew the whistle. Yeah, they said no more penalty.
They blew the whistle. I turned the TV off. Calm.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you know, it's congratulations to Jamaica. I mean, it's for them to be able to touch and walk on the same field as Nigerian players. It's always a big up. So it's a great day for people that watched it. But you know, I'm very disappointed, mate. Very disappointed. I mean, it should never be a contest. But that just showed you the level of Nigerian football it is at the moment.
Oh, sounds like a dig. Kibsy, we better not mess the Wirtz deal up. Yeah, as I say, I think
just drag it on a little bit longer. Let someone else.
Relax, man. We're like Mikey said, we're bargain hunters. We're trying to get the best deal out there.
Yeah, Kibsy, these Arsenal fans are begging for that to happen, but yeah, we'll just have to let this one play out calmly. Cameron, it's done. They're asking for Elliot. Wirtz will be done before Wednesday, hopefully. I think it was before the Nations League fixtures. That's what I heard, is that they want it done before then. So we'll see.
I heard they want a sponsor as well.
I saw something strange like that. He's going to add about a $5 to the deal.
He's worth at least 30-40 million pound, mate.
Whatever. If Leverkusen ever put a value above 5 mil, oh my god.
The disrespect. Kibsy, yes, good shout. Next pod we'll have that up there for you, so you know who we are. or at least do an intro at the start so people know who we are. If you're still watching, you've managed to keep watching till an hour and 20 minutes in. Please do subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and do like this video and keep your comments coming. It's good to see some new people on the chat this week. Hopefully see you all again next week. Do let us know if there's any topics you'd like us to discuss as well. We're going to do more stuff on transfers over the summer. Obviously, we mentioned Sesko today. Hopefully that will have advanced by next week's show. If not, then we'll be talking about other stuff as well. Yeah, of course.
This guy wants us to sign him.
I want you to get that striker you need. But yeah, guys, join us again next week. Hopefully, we're going to be doing a rebuilding Arsenal pod soon as well, aren't we?
Absolutely.
So that might be for next week. So tune in.
They need to go from second to second. Tune in, guys.
And on that note, we're out. See you next week. Great show. Thank you, Simply Ace. See you next week.